Welcome to URC Chumps, and by chance, Dara and Jock aren't here, but by even greater chance, him and I wear the same jersey.
What can I say, bro? We're half a world away, but we on the other side of the world, but we still think alike, huh?
Rugby joins us together as one.
Indeed it does, my friend. Indeed it does.
Yeah. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good. How you, bro?
Well, I am safe. It is freezing. It is raining. There was winds up to 160 kilometers per hour registered in George this week. I mean, well, today actually, roofs were flying off buildings.
I saw
Unfortunately,
my favorite surf spot in the world get destroyed, Victoria Bay. That
yeah.
was that was not fun to see. I absolutely love Victoria Bay. Yeah, guys. Wow.
Unfortunately, some people have passed away due to the wind. Just down the road from work, there was one with a tree. But yes, guys, if you're in Cape Town, please be careful this week. Yeah, it is insane at the moment. And we got the second cold front hitting tonight again. I mean, my neighbor's roof, because we're in like one of those townhouses that are joined, the the tiles are flying onto our roof top last night. So yeah, it is hectic. And talking about hectic is getting to the hectic time where it's coming down to the wire to see who gets a home quarter final. It looks like Stormers have got the home quarter final. That's good.
No,
But yes,
Stormers secured home quarters, so that's
yeah,
good. Yeah.
that is good. But let's talk about the day. Starting off with Glasgow absolutely dominating Cardiff, which is giving me a little bit of hope for this week. Uh, Pushing them only 1 point ahead of the Stormers. However, 3 points for the Stormers. What the hell? Both my teams that I wanted to win this weekend both drew the Baby Box and Stormers.
Yeah.
Uh, it was a bit of back and forth. Yes, we do have to be honest. There was a lot that we left behind.
But
Unfortunately,
the thing about it, Ulster's sort of the Stormers' bogey side. Their pattern of play is exactly the sort of Achilles heels to our type of style of play. So like they the team we don't want to see in the quarters of the semis because really they're the team who could beat us. It's for example England, South Africa. You know, like
yeah. But I called
England.
it early on. I
Yeah,
said Ulster was going to be our game that we were probably going to struggle with at the end, and we had to be in a good position when we come up to that game.
they're a good side, man. They really are well drilled, and yeah, they're a tight unit. They got a big pack of forwards, and yeah, I mean, you know,
I
fair
mean,
play
they
to
did go
both teams.
through a slight dip, but they've been up and stuff. They are a team you cannot underestimate at any time.
Look, they're just
But
a
yeah,
well drilled. They're really well coached team. So like, they had their dip, but I reckon they're really dangerous against
give
any
them
team.
another year or two, and they're going to be busting down Leinster's door.
I think so. I think so. They're like again, I said they're really nicely coached, and yeah, I like to see where that goes.
Yeah. Um, I mean, yeah, unfortunately, we didn't win the game. We got lucky. Some people saying that yellow card at the end that Doak got was a bit unfair. I don't know. According to the laws of the game, it was within rights. They got also penalty try for some stuff. Unfortunately, it looks like Dion Ferree is now out.
Yeah,
We
look,
don't
that's
know for how long yet because he
I think that's
is.
I think
Yeah.
that's tickets, I'm afraid. Yeah.
I mean, it's unfortunate. I was talking to someone. I said, unfortunately, it is getting to the time where we have to start looking at life beyond Dion. I know it's not something nice. Nothing I want to say. I've never wanted to say about certain players, and he is one of those guys that you do not want to say. It was the same thing with Brock Harris. You knew his time was coming soon, and yeah. Um,
Yeah, look, I mean, Yeah, tough one. I think it is time for him to really consider his next step in life. Um, but what a stalwart to the Stormers and to Western Province Rugby. Uh,
And to
yeah,
the box. I mean, that World Cup final where he literally played 72 minutes
yeah. I
after
mean,
Bongi.
yeah, so you can't take that away from him.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully he bounces back. But honestly, I don't see it.
Yeah. But I mean, he can go up with his head out high, winning the Curry Cup.
Of
He's
course,
won the URC. He's won the
of course,
World Cup. He's won the
of
championship.
course he can.
Yeah.
Of course he can. Yeah. But
Yeah.
we wish him the best in recovery and hopefully it goes his way. And, you
But we
know,
will not see the end of him. We will see more of him somewhere in the team because a player like that will never be let go.
yeah, hopefully he gets, hopefully he bounces back. If not, hopefully he finds a position in management or
Yeah.
coaching.
Then, of course, that moves on to Saturday. The Bulls absolutely rampantly stamping over Zebra, not really giving Zebra any chance to get into the game. I mean, it wasn't clean in the sense there is some things that need to sort out. The fact that they're sitting fourth is positive, but it doesn't secure them a home quarterfinal yet because they still need to play this week. Well, everybody still needs to play this week.
Let's just have a real conversation here. We had to speak like a talk about the Bulls and their problems and the new coaches and the firing of their coach and what was happening behind doors. And they lost the first couple after
Great
like a
start.
yeah, and we also and I said I think me and you both said just give us some time. His new coach, new systems, and yeah, we've seen it. They've climbed their way to fourth on the log, and yes, they might not get a home quarter or a home semi or whatever, but the fact that they're in the running after the start they had at the beginning of the season, it's just shows you the class that's coming through there. You could say the same about Leinster. You could say the same about the Lions. Even the Lions had a shocking start, and look how they're doing. Okay, obviously in the weekend they had a bit of a whoopsie do,
Yeah.
if you could say that. But they've been playing some spectacular rugby up until then. For me, the side that sort of let the South African teams down a little bit, just on paper wise, has been the Sharks. But again, they seem to be finding their feet at the end of the season as they always do. But
A little bit too much too late.
yeah, I mean, but isn't that the Sharks' calling card of the last couple of seasons?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, they are the next team we are talking about, 46, 47. Fantastic. That CIA kid looks great. Kicking wise, not so great.
Yeah, but I mean,
Um,
again, there's when you're playing with a kid like that, I always said with Monty LeBook, take the kicking duties away from Monty. We've got so many guys who can kick from poles. Let
but
him
did you
just
see
play.
who did some of the kicking duties?
No, but I mean, it's like, you know what I
Yes,
mean?
there
Like,
isn't.
yeah, just is there anything
What
the
can't the
man?
man
He's like
do?
he is the Kunto Swiss Army knife. You know what I mean? There's nothing the man can't do. He's got that jack of all trades. He can kick. He can play flank. He can play
No,
center.
to be honest, his one kick was a little bit bad. He kicked it directly into dead ball off a penalty.
Look. At the end of the day, it's not meant to be his job. And in this talk about Springbok setup, there's plenty of other people who could take over the kicking responsibilities. So, like,
Yeah,
for example, Mani LeBook, I was always wondering why, even at the Stormers when Mani and Sasha are playing together, why not let Sasha do the goal kicking and let Mani just play? Like, forget about all that pressure of goal kicking and everyone saying he's terrible because he's missing 2 kicks a game or whatever. Let Sasha take the kicks and let Mani just play. And it's the
yeah.
same thing. Just take the responsibility off his shoulders and let him just play rugby and give it to someone else who's gonna
Though
been around.
Sash does look like he has turned on this week, which is these past couple of weeks, which is great to see, especially with the fact that we got um, the finals coming up and we have got the international game starting at the end of June. Yes, I know the first
Very
one is on
excited.
the bars. Yeah,
Very excited to see what happens there. We've
yeah.
got so many injuries, though. This is very worrying.
I'll give an update. I just read an update on a couple of players, but we'll bring that out for the news
Yeah,
part
yeah,
later.
yeah, yeah.
Including one of the ones that came in this game. Lions looked like they were holding on with Leinster, and then Leinster was like, okay, cool, fine. We're going to go into the other gear and just, what you call it, throw you guys over. 24 points unanswered in the second half.
Yeah,
Not
I think it was the momentum just completely swung, and the Lions didn't know how to gain it back. It was,
Yeah,
I mean, I thought the Lions did really well in the first half to hang in there, but again, I thought Leinster were really quite in control the whole game, even though
yeah.
it was close at half time, and then it started to show in the legs in the second half. But they're going to be tough to beat. I still think even though they had a terrible start, I still think they are
Mm.
really just going to be very
They got a
difficult.
they got a tough game this weekend, which we'll talk about next.
Of
But
course.
yeah, and then of course Edinburgh dropping Dragons. I mean, it was to be expected, and Connacht.
I believe it wasn't to be expected. I believe I called that one, and you were like, "Yeah, but Edinburgh's a tough season." I think this is the one we disagreed on last week, my friend. Wasn't to be
Uh,
expected. I think we need to play a replay there because I think this is the game we disagreed on.
I think I might have changed. Let me just check my Super Brew right now, as we are busy talking. Super Brew. There we go. I'm busy logging on right now. My round. I got two wrong. One being the Stormers, and one being Munster. And I did say Edinburgh would win. I did say by 5.
On the
Uh,
podcast, though?
yeah, I think I did change it because I was like, yeah, but I did call it. The two that I got wrong was the next game, which even Dara was like, we are playing rubbish.
Yeah, yeah, I
Uh,
was shocked. I said to you, like, my brain wanted to go Connacht, but because Doris, I Chomi would go Munster.
yeah,
Chomi is nice for you non-South Africans. Chomi is a friend. um, but
mate.
yeah, I was surprised how I thought it'd be close either way. To be fair,
Yeah. I think I actually went to bed early because I wanted an early night because I woke up early because it was Mother's Day on Sunday. So I was helping my daughter out with everything for my wife. But yeah. But I mean that now leaves the log. Glasgow are now coming back on top. Like I said, I don't want to be top of the log right when it comes to that final thing. I'm happy with second, to be honest. Leinster, of course, chomping away at our feet right now.
yep,
Literally 1 point away. With the Bulls, who can secure it this weekend because they do have Benetton, which, yeah, the Italian teams haven't been doing well traveling.
no,
Um, yeah. Unfortunately, Lions have slotted down to 5th, but they are not out yet. Yes, they can get knocked out now because if Connacht wins with a bonus point and Lions can't secure a point, they are out. And the same thing goes with Munster, Cardiff, Ulster. Connacht right now is not out. And I think that's also part of the issue that Munster had is Connacht realizes they still have a chance. Whereas with the other teams from 10 down are literally just playing for pride at the moment. They want to end the season on a high. Um, yeah, Connacht right now, I think, is the dangerous one sitting at 9.
yeah. For me, obviously being South African and just the season the Lions have had, coming from some sort of broke to riches, I would love to see the Lions make it. I'd love to
Mm.
see the Bulls, Stormers, and Lions in there. Quite frankly, um, yeah, I just kind of a
But
fairy
then that
tale.
leads us to this weekend's game.
Yeah,
Of course, Cardiff hosting Stormers. I believe the Stormers can take this game.
I believe the Stormers will take this game.
Yeah,
Not, I believe they will.
yeah. Glasgow's now visiting Ulster, and I think this could be dangerous and stuff like this. But I do think it is going to be a good game. Luckily, on how I watch the games, I can have all three games on that are over here at the same time and watch all three at the same time. Commentary on, unfortunately, is just one, not all of them. But yes,
Yeah, the Lions need Edinburgh to do them a favour, yeah.
yes, Edinburgh needs to beat Connacht. I think Connacht might have a slight issue because it is traveling away, but I think they are going to bring it to Edinburgh. They're not going to just sit back and just like, okay, cool, let's just see what happens.
Of course not. No, yeah, of course.
Sharks are taking on. It's actually wrong here. It should actually be Benetton and Zebras at the Bulls. Um, yeah, I don't know why that one got mixed up on URC's website.
Oh, yeah.
Leinster is taking on the Ospreys. Leinster's definitely got this game. Scarlets are hosting Dragons, so it's a bit of a. I think where are they sitting? Scarlets are 14th and Dragons are 15th, so it's literally a bottom of the table fight. And the game that both teams, depending on what happens at Friday at Hive Stadium,
Look, I mean, the favourites are going to be Munster, but the
yeah,
underdogs are the Lions. And, the Lions, when they are going and the momentum's going in their favour, they are really difficult to defend.
no, absolutely. I mean, it's
But
pretty.
again, you watched last week and Leinster sort of showed how to beat the Lions. You grind them out in the first half, and in the second half, they just didn't have the legs to keep up that tempo. Munster, I think, have had quite a reasonable season. I think they should. I mean, my brain says they'll beat the
Yeah.
Lions. My heart says the Lions. So, as a South African, unfortunately,
If you look at it,
we're going with the Lions.
the results are pretty similar. I mean, they both got 11 bonus points. Okay, cool. Lions do have more on the sense of points difference. The only reason why the Lions are ahead is they didn't. Munster's lost 6 compared to Lions 6, but the Lions also drew 1 game, so I think that does work in their favor when it comes up to the playoff things. So yeah, I do think it is a fantastic one, especially for 5 and 6 to go up against, and the fact that everything from 5 down to 9 has a chance, and it's this weekend that counts.
And what for a competition is this?
Yeah,
Let's go.
it's leaving me drooling at the mouth to watch this weekend.
Man. And
Yeah.
in Germany, we've got a 3-day work week. So I finished work on Wednesday.
Ah,
Yeah.
lekker.
What a win.
Yes. but while you're probably celebrating, I don't know how the Bulls are taking this one. It has been confirmed. Bosch headlines major Bull signings. There has been 8 signings this week. I'll get the thing for next week, but it is official. Bosch is returning to South Africa, but instead of being on a coastal team, he is going to Loftus. So has G2 done him the right thing that he needs for his game for the Bulls?
I've always rated Curtin Bosch. I've always rated him as a player. I thought he was actually underrated here at the Sharks. I thought he was a very good 10, a very good fullback.
The thing is, I like him on attack, not so much defense. I like him on attack. Defense is the problem. He does have a tendency of being run over a few times.
Okay, but then if that's your thing, then where does Herschel Youngchu's come to play? Because he's a phantom scrum off. He doesn't show up on defense unless they run straight at him.
Yeah, I mean, it is one
He
of the things.
hides. He literally hides. So, you know, you look at what they bring to the game. And I think Cohen Bosch is now a mature rugby player who's played all around the world. And I can promise you, this kid was something else at youth. He
But
was an absolute force at youth. So I think I always rated him. I think it's a great signing. I think he's going to bring a lot of experience to the team. I think he's going to bring a lot of agility and attack. And I think he's learned in defense. I think and Ackerman's a very strong defensive coach, and I think he'll be fine.
that's what I'm saying. Is the last time I saw him play it was when he was at the Sharks. So I'm interested to see how his game has developed. I mean, we have seen it in previous guys that have played for the Springboks and have gone over to France and come back. Number one being Franz Steyn himself, went back at looking like a scrawny little boy and came back looking like a freaking caveman in that one
Yeah,
international
and
series.
Kurt Bosch he's a completely different style of player, but
Yeah,
I think he's just. I truly think it's a good signing. I said it when we had the rumors
yeah,
with him. We spoke about it a couple of months ago. Um, I was pro it. I think a couple of others were against it, but I truly believe this kid's a good player. Well, he's not a kid anymore. I
yeah.
truly he's a good player.
He's a kid compared to you and myself.
Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. That's what I
Yeah.
needed.
Yeah. But in other news, yeah, Lions lose key forward ahead of Munster. Ruan Fenter is out
Yeah,
with the
that's
injury.
a huge loss.
Belfast slip against Stormers is a tough one for Ulster, but at the same time, it was also tough for us. As you can see, quick fixes
Yeah,
will get the Stormers back on track, says Dobson. But the thing is, it's one of those things. Is it just a quick fix, or is it a quick fix that is a long term fix, or is it a quick fix that just fixes that game and then we have the problem again the next game? But we'll have to wait and see. Of
mm,
course,
I mean, guys, I think we're nitpicking here. I think that
yeah,
I really think we're nitpicking at the Stormers at the moment.
yeah. Um, but I mean, that's one of the things I have enjoyed about Dobbo is he has been very honest when it comes to press conferences. It's not this, yeah, yeah, okay, cool. He's been like, it was frustrating to see. We slipped over here, we slipped over there. We need to fix it. But yeah,
You know what I like about him is he takes ownership
yeah.
about the team on himself. He doesn't blame anything. He doesn't blame the refs. He doesn't blame the coaches. He doesn't blame anyone but himself. So, um,
Even against Ceylon, he didn't even bring up the fact. And even when people have asked him about it, he hasn't responded in any negative way towards the referees or the TMO.
end of the
Talking
day,
about that, I
as
have
a
heard
coach,
interesting.
that's something you got to learn. It's really difficult to learn. It's having a go at the refs not going to help nothing.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're
Ah,
responsible for your players. End of the day, and I think the Storm has been great. I think they're gonna do well. Whether they win the thing completely or not, I don't know because there's some quality out there. Um,
one
but
of the quality players, sorry, I have to interrupt,
yeah,
is that guy in the middle there next to Sasha, Imad Khan. You look how that game flowed so much better with him until Ungaro came on. We were a lot slower. And I think that's where the issue with Sasha comes in. Sasha isn't used to that slow ball. Obviously, playing at Bishops with Khan and everything has helped him a lot easier with the game flow. And then Ungara comes in with a different pace. I mean, yes, he can kind of handle it.
even about the pace, it's just the communication you pick up.
Yeah,
Look, I'm a nine myself, so when you play with a 10 for quite a long time, there's a sort of an understanding. You sort of understand, you know what the 10 wants before he even gets it. You know what I mean? He doesn't even know, like
yeah,
it's just a complete understanding between the two players. You kind of get understanding of your 10 when he wants to kick, when he wants to run, when he wants to pass, and that's all depending on where you want to put that ball. So, like, if he's kicking with his left foot, you want to put it on his, on the other hand, so it's easier for him to transfer the kick. and it's just that they play together from school to here. It really makes a big difference between a 9 and 10.
It seems more natural with
Yeah,
Khan and Sasha compared
of
to yeah.
course, they've been playing together for years.
Yeah.
Khan knows what Sasha wants, and Sasha knows what Khan wants, and they also have their own way of communicating. Let me tell you, I've got
Yeah.
different ways of communicating with different tens.
Yeah. And then, of course, Bulls are bracing for a test match clash against Benetton this week. They are not expecting anything but the finals from Benetton.
Of course,
Uh, Leinster crushed Lions to tighten the grip on the URC top four. And of course, as you can see, Peterson's verdict on Sierra experiment, he was very happy with it. He did say, yeah, unfortunately, kicking was an issue, but he can work on it. Um, so, I mean, yeah, there's a lot to it. And I believe you got something to say now about this.
yeah. So this is a sort of tragic loss for New Zealand rugby and a sort of personal one for myself. So on the right there is Blair Murphin. He passed away tragically in a tractor accident. He rolled his tractor on Thursday night and unfortunately passed away. Played for West Coast in New Zealand and played for Grey Valley. From player went to coach, from coach went to management, from management went to the presidents, and was pretty much a legend on and off the field in New Zealand, and personally one of my best mates. And yeah, tragically left behind a wife and two kids. And I just want to send them off and just say, Blair, best of luck, and I'll see you in the next lifetime, my friend. Much love, my friend.
Such a beautiful game this is that we have and the brotherhoods that you develop over the years. Guys, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Drop your message of condolences below as well. But yeah, let us know what you think about some of the games coming up. I think it is fantastic what we are seeing. Like I said, the sport is mainly a brotherhood, even if you are playing against opposition. I mean, one of the greatest clips that we've seen lately is Artie Sevier's daughter running across the field going, Uncle Sia. It just shows you rugby brings borders together. Uh, um, it's always sad to see someone of a great stature like that passing away. Great
Yeah, tragic, man.
impacts
And
onto the communities. And yeah. But yes, on some other news though, it looks like Ethan Hooker went under the knife. He will be back in time for the rivalry tour. He will miss the Nations Cup. Uh, so yeah, um, that's some other news that came out this past week. So it is quite hectic. Um,
yeah,
yeah,
that's and that was completely unavoidable. I mean, that was completely avoidable and should have been. I mean, hey, that was just tried being scored, slid in with the knees. Oh,
I mean,
shocker,
yeah,
shocker.
there was an incident with the Bulls player sliding into one of the other players. But I mean, there's certain angles I'm like, okay, cool, that looks fine. And then there's certain angles where you're looking at it going, why is it necessary?
I mean, we've all been in a situation where the guy's going to score. You know, you don't, whether you dive or not, it's not going to affect he's going to score the try. To dive
Yeah.
in the knees is completely, it's a decision you make in the moment. We've all been there. We've all been there. As a rugby player, you know what I'm talking about. It's a
Yeah.
decision you actually make consciously in the moment to either slide in and hurt the guy or drop your shoulder and hurt the guy or not. That is a conscious decision you make, and I believe he fully intended to hurt Ethan Hooker with his knees.
Yeah. But what's nice is Hooker is young and he will come back stronger.
Yeah, and what a prospect for the future. Really,
Yes.
what a prospect for the future.
And then talking about um, what you call youngsters in the game, there seems to be some development in England right now regarding this guy, Henry Pollock, becoming severely disliked by both players locally and internationally. And if he carries on like this, getting booed by Leicester fans, coming on and acting a bit of a clown, even peeing off his fellow England players off, could turn into a lonely road. Uh, the man that he's busy pushing on is a South African boy who's coming back to the Bulls under Lindenberg. Literally was walking here going, come on, boy, come on, boy. I had to laugh at Lindenberg there.
I
Um,
saw I saw a a reel where it had Andre Pollard doing the scrap of his right here, and it's in the picture,
yeah.
and it said, "I love how Andre Pollard is doing the hold back technique, even though he's got no one to hold him back."
Oh,
If you watch
but
it close, he really does. He actually does. There's no one around him, and the Leicester man walks towards him like he's going to kill him, and he keeps like, hold me back, hold me back. You want to go? You want to?
yeah. But I mean,
It was
apparently Pollock has been causing a bit of rifts in England at the moment. Obviously, it seems that certain results haven't gone their way, and
Look, I mean, I did say it from the get go. I thought his attitude was wrong. I think he's a
yeah.
great player, but he's got to sort that out. Um, and if he can sort out his attitude, I think he'll be a really, really good international rugby player. One who might be for the record books. Like that dude's got speed, he's got the step, he's got the tackles. He's really a good rugby player, but he acts like a complete idiot. And you can't have that, unfortunately.
But will
You,
that come with maturity as age comes on? But at the same time, yeah, I think he needs to get under someone's wing.
I mean,
And
a typical example was Danny Cipriani, absolute genius, superstar, youngster. Everyone said he was going to be the next Johnny Wilkinson, and he had too many off the outside the rugby incidents, and he was just never picked. He was the yeah.
uh,
So we'll see
yeah, I
what
got
happens.
the list. I got the list of players coming to the Bulls. One, like we just spoke about, Hunter Lindenberg from Leicester Tigers. Zakir Abrams is returning from Munster. Kerwin Bosch. Uh, Hakeem Kumune from the Sharks. Mawende Mundanda from the Sharks. Uh, Sango Ramashe from the Pumas. Dylan Mott from the Griquas. And the one guy that has surprised me, Luan Gimali from the Sharks, after such a getting a debut game, having a fantastic game, and unfortunately getting injured in his next game, is also on his way to the Sharks. But I'll try to get a list of all those players at some point, and we can actually go through them during the off season before the next games. But yeah, like I said in the group, have we seen the end of Pollock, or have we seen the end of that Pollock? Like,
I think not yet.
yeah. The thing is now, is he going to come to South Africa? Because
Yeah, he'll come, Sir. Yeah.
he's going to get crucified by the South African fans, though.
Of course he will. I mean, he's the type of arrogance that he thrives on that. So it actually might make him play better.
Okay, now I'm going to translate this into English because I don't want to get nailed by YouTube. Bongi's already posted pictures on his Instagram and everything on Beta Side Street in town. And the reason why I said it like that is because I don't want to get nailed by YouTube
If you
you know.
know, if you know, you know.
Ons weet wat hulle ons weet nie.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. So he's already got a picture. I need to try to find that picture and I'll put it up before the game. But yeah, he's already taking nice little selfies of himself in front of street signs in Cape Town that
He must just
consist of that word.
take a photo of himself eating some curry.
How many times have we said things on this podcast, you and myself, and then that happens?
Hey, I said about Imrose Papier last week, and now Rassi mentioned him this week. Rassi's listening to us, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The second time this has happened.
Apparently, I was talking to someone this week, and I said to him, because he was like, has the Springboks reached their full potential? Because 2 World Cups and everything.
Under 20s. Look at our last year's under 20s, this year's under 20s. No, of course not.
But now the thing is, all right, we went through 50 players last year. We had 84 in the lineman camp, but that's 84 that got released into the media. There was a whole bunch of players that have already been in communication with the management.
Correct.
So we don't know what that number. Even South Africans don't know what that number.
No, I mean anyone who's on the Springbok radar gets told what they need to get in the Springbok team personally.
Yeah,
they get told what they need to improve on. They're told what their strengths are, what they like, what they don't like, what they need to improve on, and then they tell them every week how they went on the weekend, what their pros and cons were. This is an ongoing thing.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, there might be a few teams that when Rashi puts them out, if the South African scratches their head, go, well, what is the game plan here? Imagine what the opposition's thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, there was 1 or 2 last year where I was scratching my head. Someone was asking me. I'm like, I honestly don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
There were a couple of calls. I was like,
yeah. As a South African, you go like what?
Labrador meme where he just tilts his head.
Yeah. What are you talking about? When you see a South African scratching their head with the team selection, you know you should be worried because he's got something up his sleeve. I mean, when I first saw the 7-1, I'm like, oh, here comes the nuclear squad now.
Yeah.
But my fellow champions, thank you for joining into our brotherhood of rugby. As we know, life is precious and everything like that. Tim, I want to thank you and thank you for by sometimes wearing the same jersey as I'm wearing. This was my 30th birthday present.
Thank you for your age, friend.
You still need to add another couple of numbers onto there. I'm no longer in my mid-30s. Yeah.
That's me, brother. That was me. I won't lie.
Well, don't worry. We got Dutch who's like 40 anyway. So
Dutch was 40 when he was 20.
But yes, thanks for listening into the laughs and everything, guys. Like I said, Tim, thanks very much for being with me this week. Fellow champions, be safe. Watch this weekend. It is the weekend that we need to pay attention to. All the other 17 games was just building up to this weekend. And then this weekend will build up into not next weekend, because next weekend is Champions final or European finals, which will follow the 2 games that are happening there. And then the weekend after, we start looking at the quarterfinals. We are building our way up to the 19th of June. So, yes. But anyway, have a good one. Cheers.